rabbis who came mainly from Spain, like Rabbi Abu Yosef Karo. They settled in Tzfat and they renew what we call Jewish mystic study. Today we call it Kabbalah, but till the 16th century AD it was called Jewish mystic study, based, or let's say the Kabbalah, based on a book that was written by a great rabbi by the name of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. He wrote a book that's called Zohar. Zohar means in Hebrew something that's shining, and the book of Zohar had 23 volumes, written in Aramaic language, not easy to understand it, especially for people who don't know Aramaic. In one of the days when I was young and handsome, when I was 40 years old, I decided I want to be expert about the Kabbalah. So what do? You read that book that has 23 volumes. I'm lucky that I understand Aramaic and I can read Aramaic. So it took me about 3 months to finish it, read all of them. I was thinking, I'm expert about the Kabbalah, I can ask me any question. But I found out there were here and there a few things which is not exactly so correct, not so understandable. I said, maybe one time is not enough to read it. Believe it or not, guys, I sat down and read it again. The problem was that after I finished it the second time, many more things were not so clear to me. So I start thinking maybe twice is not enough to read it again, man. And believe me, I sat down, read again. The third time I finished, you know what happened? Nothing was clear. Taught me, guys, as I knew before that if you want to study the Kabbalah, you can study only surface. You cannot get deeper than the surface. And if people are stubborn, they want to get deeper and deeper to the Kabbalah, they might be Michigan. Now, what is the Kabbalah? The Kabbalah is, as I said, based in that book that's called the Zohar. And it's based on the idea how you read the Torah. For example, what we call simplicity. You read one sentence, as it says, that's what you understand. But there is another way of understanding the Torah that's called hints, which means you have like a secret that you cannot find it unless it happened. For example, we have hint about the 6 Days War, about Yom Kippur War, about the Second World War, the First World War. All is written in the Torah, guys, but not one sentence, word by word. What they do something very simple. They take a sentence and they take the first letter, sorry, the first word in that sentence, and from that word they pick up 1 or 2 or 3 letters and combine those letters to the second word and some letters from that word. For example, guys, I took the name of your church. You see that without walls, right? You see that everyone can see it? Look what I have done. I skipped the W, the I and T and H. I took only O, U, T. What is it? And from the walls, I skipped the W and the S, and I took only A, double L, which is what? So I put them together, it's out all, right? So this is what they do. Would need Torah, and they can find, for example, guys, when our Prime Minister, Yitzhak Rabin, was assassinated, in the portion of the Torah that we read in that book, it says in this way, like I showed you, Esh Esh Berabin, means fire in Rabin. Means somebody gonna kill him, and he been killed in that Saturday night. So you can tell me, you can do the same thing in the book of Dostoevsky. You're right, guys. But not this way that I said about the hints about the 6 Days War and Yom Kippur War and all this kind of thing that happened in the world. We have also another way, as I told you before, every letter in Hebrew alphabet has a number. What I said, remember, Ani Elohim, I'm the God. You combine all those letters, the numbers of them, you have 153. Remember? Amount of the fish that been caught by those people who throw the net to the other side. So this is another way of understanding the Bible, the Torah. Say it again. I'll show you something. 1 minute. You can see over here, this is Ani Elohim. Aleph is 1. Nun is 50, Yod is 10. Together is 61. Then Aleph is 1, Lamed is 30, Vav is 6, He is 5, Yod is 10, Mem is 40. Together is how much? 92. 61 plus 92? 153.
That's how many fish they killed after Jesus said the net.
Throw your net to the... So, guys, this is a part of the Kabbalah. I'm sorry I cannot give you the whole, because I knew the first time when I read that kind of book, that's all been taken from me by some sort of force after I read it the third time. So, people who, those rabbis who came over here, one of them was called Rabbi Shlomo Elkabetz. He wrote a beautiful song about receiving the Shabbat. Friday night or Friday evening, we're receiving Shabbat. To receive in Hebrew is Kabbalah. So that song, we sing it in every Friday evening in the prayer of Shabbat. It starts with Echad Odi Likrat Kala Pnei Shabbat Nekabela. Means, come my lover, to receive the queen. and we receive the face of the Queen, which is the Shabbat. This kind of song, we sing it when we're standing and we're facing to the west. Why to the west, guys? Because according to our calendar, we start the day when the sun is setting. Then till the next day of setting, this is one day. Why we do that this way? Because when God created the world, it says over there was evening, there was morning, one day. Right inside, this is the fortress that was built by the Turks. Today it's community center. So, as I said, we face to the west. We welcoming or reception the coming of the new day, which is the Queen, which is the Shabbat. So because of reception, Kabbalah of Shabbat, the name of that mystic study in 16th century AD been called Kabbalah over the city of Tzfat. We have in Judaism 4 holy cities. Number 1 is what? Jerusalem. That's why we all know why Jerusalem is the holy city. Number 2, south of Jerusalem, about 21 miles, we have another city by the name of Hebron. That was the place where Abraham, when his wife died, Sarah, he wanted to bury her. He went to one of the people over there and he said, I want to buy the piece of land that he have on the corner of the city. How much money you want? He said, Abraham, we are good friends. You don't need to pay me any money. He said, no, I want to pay money. I want to call the owner of the place. Then he said, because we are friends, give me only 400 pieces of silver, which was too much money for that piece of land. That's why he called it in Hebrew the cave of Machpelah. Machpelah means double, the cave of the double price. And he buried Sarah over there, and since then it became to be the burial place for the whole family. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and their wives are buried over there. Because of this idea, it became to be one of the 4 holy cities. The third one, guys, is the city where we stayed last night, night before, and tonight also, the city of Tiberias. Because, as I told you, this was the place and the city that